Hi guys, Alvin here with another Alvin's Lowdown on the Doom RTA by Damn Vape. Guys, this tank I chased to get into Malaysia. I saw it actually reviewed on YouTube by a guy named Vic about 3 to 4 months ago. And when I saw that review, I have to tell you, I got so excited. It wasn't funny, because to me, this Doom RTA solves all the mesh issues that we've had with all the other ones. All right, so let's take a look at it now. I'll quickly explain that, guys. When it comes to myself, right, Alvin, yeah, I run a retail shop, so I am selling these tanks. And what I'm going to do is this: no matter what I say with regards to the review, whether it's good or it's bad, I will always give you a detailed reason as to why. So no matter what, there is a slightly different point of view from the sense of a retailer, because at the end of the day, we see a lot more that you possibly don't normally see at home. All right, so let me just run through very quickly what you get in the pack. You get the tank itself, of course, a spare glass in case you break it. You also get 2 pieces of mesh, pre-made mesh coils. You get 2 pieces of cotton and a whole bag of extras. Now, the mesh itself, you get 2 different ones. Okay, we'll run through that shortly. And then 2 pieces of cotton, and of course, all your spare parts as well. Now, I'm just going to get this part ready here to show you shortly, because this guy is actually quite a very useful, handy little tool. Alright, so let's take a look at the tank in depth. Why do I say that the Doom RTA is the only RTA that I know of in the last 4 years of being in business whereby the tank was actually thought of completely before they actually put it together? Right, so let's take a look at it. I've been using it for well over a month, and guys, honestly, nothing even comes close to it. So first of all, drip tip. Do you see that there's a lip just on the inside, right? So if I put my tweezer in and do this, my tweezer can't come out. Okay, so there's a sort of a lip inside. Now, what is the advantage of that? First of all, when the juice condenses back into the tank and you go to vape, every now and again you get a mouthful of actual juice. Yeah, we don't want that. So with this, it will stop that from happening. More importantly is this: the vapor comes up. Okay, so the vapor comes up, it hits the ridge, compresses, and then comes up. So more than just saving us a mouthful of juice, the drip tip is actually there for the compression of the flavor as well. Amazing, right? Okay, the cap. Now, not only does it look good with all the grooves in there, it's quite a deep sort of a catch cup, by the way, with a nice decent piece of O-ring to make sure that your drip tip doesn't just pop off. Okay, so the cap is there, designed for a good reason. The grooves allow you to have something to hold on to when you go to remove it, which is of course all the time when you go to fill your tank. Yeah, so with this, no matter how hard you lock your cap on, you should always be able to remove it. All right, while we're here, let's have a look at the fill holes. Guys, you're not going to miss those, are you? They're huge. Yeah, no matter what kind of a bottle you're using, glass, dropper, some of you have got one of those 1.25 liter bottles of juice. Yep, you're not going to miss those holes either. Okay. All right, now here comes this tool. Some people tell me it's a golf shoe stud remover. I've never played golf, so I don't quite know, but this would have saved my hands, my knuckles from all sorts of pain, because a lot of people over tighten their tanks, right? So when they come in, I find it difficult to open, but with this tool, you simply drop it in and it turns just like a key. Easy, 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 but so useful. All right, so include it in your pack. Now guys, what is this white thing that's inside the tank here? Let's have a look at it. Yeah, okay, so in Europe, our vaping family over there, they're restricted, they're actually regulated, right, to 2 ml tanks. So what Damn Vape have done, rather than play with the integrity of the tank, the height of the funnel, or even the size of the deck, which a lot of other companies do to reduce the ml capacity, Damn Vape simply puts this silicon food grade silicone ring inside, and that reduces the capacity from 4 ml down to 2 ml, so that our European vaping family can enjoy this tank as much as we do. Clever, right? Okay, so in Malaysia we don't want that because we want as much as we can get, so let's remove that one and have a look at the rest of the tank. Okay, now where is the deck? Haha, before we get to the deck, let's have a look at the airflow. All right, great, because guess what, as you turn it, you can see how much airflow you've got. That's 1, 1.5, 2, and of course 3, yeah, on both sides. The airflow to me, perfect for a restricted lung hit. And for creamy, this is the one and only rebuildable mesh tank that I'll do creamy on. Try it out, you'll love it. Okay, so to get to the deck, we've got the bottom cap. Remove that, and your deck simply pops out. All right, so let's have a look at the inside of this first. I want to show you that, first of all, you will see that the edges of the holes are cut nice and straight, right? Square angles. There's a reason for that. You will see that that will match up with your deck to ensure a precise fit, okay? But we'll look at that later. Now, as you look down the chimney, do you see that it's tapered? And then right before you get to where the light is, there's like a dark circle. Why is that? Okay, that's because the chimney starts like this, and as it goes up, it tapers. So the benefit of that, of course, is again for compression of your flavor, and therefore, as it goes up, not only does it compress there, when it hits your drip tip, it compresses again. You can see why I like creamy on this tank and not many others, yeah? Okay, so let's have a look at the deck. Now, this, to me, is where these guys have made an incredible, innovative move when it comes to mesh RTAs. I just want to lock it onto the mod, my Drag 2 Platinum. Yummy, great mod, this one. Okay, so let's look at the deck. If you're familiar with mesh, you will notice that, first of all, there is no spring thingy-majiggy here to push your cotton up, yeah? What it actually looks like is like a drain cover with holes in it, okay? Next to that, you've got your clamp, right, on both sides. And that, of course, is also where the airflow comes in. So the airflow comes in, it goes up, it hits your coils, it picks up everything that's been vaporized up that chimney that is compressed, hits the drip tip, more compression, amazing flavor, okay? So that's the basic of it. But this part is where, to me, it wins all sorts of extra favor points. Do you see this? Do you see this rubber bar? Okay, so let's look at it this way. You see these 4 little rubber bars here? Do you know what they're for? They separate your airflow from your juice flow. Guys, let me say that again. Your juice flow is separated from your airflow with a rubber bar. What does that mean? It means that this is a no-leak tank, right? Amazing. We're not done yet. This is the wicking of this particular tank. Now, when I saw this, this is where my saliva just wouldn't stop dripping, just like the old Scooby-Doo or Pluto, your choice. Okay, so juice comes in through here, okay? Do you see how my tweezer goes right the way through? Right the way through. What does that mean? Right, so you've got your coil going from here to here, your cotton sitting from here to here. Right below your cotton is a river of juice. What does that mean? Anytime you move your tank, that juice is going to touch your cotton, right? Juice touches cotton, cotton gets wet. Wet cotton touches dry cotton also gets wet. Your wick is going to be perpetually wet if I get this right. Anyway, that was what I was thinking when I was watching Vic, yeah? Since I've been using it for well over a month, I can guarantee you that that is exactly the case. So let's get this coiled up and wicked. I'll show you why I say it's the fastest thing I've ever wicked in the last 4 years. And then we'll use it. How's that? Okay, cool. So let's go and get the coils. Now, guys, when it comes to mesh, it is not rocket science. You do not need to be a brain scientist to work it out. Okay, very, very easy. Mesh bending tool. Cool. Pre-made mesh coils. Okay, there's 2 of them. Let's have a look at them individually. Now, they've got the hex and the quad mesh. The name pertains to the actual design on the mesh, or should I say the design of the holes on the mesh. They're both rated for 45 to 70 watts. The hex mesh is 0.13. Actually, that runs from 0.13 all the way up to 0.18. And then the quad mesh goes from 0.11 to 0.16. Now guys, if you're confused as to what wattage to hit mesh with, let me give you a suggestion. Start at 3 volts or there and thereabouts, and then adjust to your own liking. Okay, so which is the quad, which is the hex? Right, let's look at the holes in the mesh. This one has got 6-sided holes. This is the hex. The quad has got 4-sided holes, and therefore they're square. That's the quad. All right, what's the difference? Is there a difference? Yes, there is. What difference, guys? When it comes to taste, it's all about personal taste buds, right? So I can't really explain that one, but try it out and you'll see the difference. So today I'm just going to, since I already dropped off the quad coil, we'll use the hex. Oops, let's do that again. We'll use the hex coil. So all we need to do is grab your mesh coil, grab your mesh bending tool, you put those 2 together, and whoopsies, that's it, we're done. No looking for wire, pulling it out, cutting it, doing your reps, firing it, and then making sure that everything fits nicely. All right, so this one, pre-made mesh, very simple. You just bend it, and then I'm just gonna undo the clamps on the tank, and we're just gonna put the mesh on. It's as easy as that. You take a mesh coil that's pre-bent, put it into one slot, okay, and then lock that down, and then do the other side. Okay, now we just want to make sure that the mesh is put on straight. So how do we make sure of that? Just look at the holes, yeah, okay, they're all in a straight line, and that's straight, easy as that. On this side, I'm just going to open the clamp, push that down, into the slot. Oops. Okay, you know, it's funny. When I look at other reviewers doing this, it looks simple. But let me tell you, working on camera, because of the position of the cameras, sometimes takes a little bit of maneuvering. And your old Uncle Alvin's got shaky hands these days, which is why he's doing this for a start, because I can't serve too many people anymore at the shop. But okay, there you go. Straight coils, lock that down. Straight coils, lock it down. That's all you need to do, guys. Simple, yeah? All right, when you've got naked mesh on your deck, I said naked mesh on your deck, make sure a couple of things. First of all, that your wattage is no higher than 20 watts. Why? Let's take a look. All right, we've got 20 watts. Don't fire it any higher than 20, because even at 20, this is how fast it lights up. Bang, right? Hit the button, bang. Hit the button, bang. This is a great thing, because what that means is that you'll get an instant cook, and therefore the gunking will hardly happen. All right, so the coil is ready. right? Firing nicely, firing all together. No hot spots anyway. Okay, so now comes the wicking. Now, when I say this is the fastest tank I have ever wicked, guys, I'm serious. Please do not blink or you might miss it. Okay, so you take the cotton that they give you, the foxtail cotton. As usual, we pinch one end, as with any other cotton that we're going to use to wick a tank. Right, so pinch one end, then this is the part. Don't blink. Cotton goes under the coil, right? And then we pull it out the other end. Okay, in this case, let's use some tweezers. Okay, funny, right? Always happens on camera when you say it's going to be easy. Okay, let's start that again. Take your cotton, twist one end, and then simply pop that underneath the coil, push it through. There we go. Alvin, your hands are not as shaky as you think they are. Then all you need to do, guys, is pull your cotton through. Now, no matter what tank it is you're wicking, when you are wicking, when you're pulling your cotton through your coils, always do a bit of a back and forth, all right? Because the whole idea of wicking properly is that we want the cotton to touch all of that coil. Otherwise, you're going to get a hot spot. And a hot spot means a dry hit. And a dry hit means very uncomfortable vaping, which we're not about. Okay, so put the cotton on, scissor right to the edge of the tank, and snip. And again on this side. Scissor right to the edge and snip. Okay, now guys, let me just tidy this up because I can tell you that this is a precision tank, and that little bit of cotton that's sticking out over the edge, that's going to cause me issues when I go and put it on later on. Okay, so that's all I've done. Check it out. Cotton through, snipped it right at the edge. At this stage, you only need to fluff it. Fluff it, fluff it. Then we take off the excess. What's the excess? The excess is all that cotton sticking up above the coil, right? So one cut on each side before. Now I'm going to take 2 more cuts on each side. That makes it 3 cuts on each side. 6 scissor cuts, guys. All right. That's it. Now, is that all you're going to do? Yeah, that's all I'm going to do, except for one more thing. I'm going to straighten out the cotton, and I'm going to tuck that in. I'm going to straighten out the cotton here. I'm going to tuck that in. Same on this side. Just run it along the coil and tuck. Run it along the coil and tuck. So what does that look like? But Alvin, there's hardly any cotton in there. Exactly, guys. That's exactly what you want, right? So why did I tuck that little bit of cotton in? To keep it in place so that this cotton doesn't all of a sudden fly up. It's not going to anywhere, is it? Because it's nice and thick, yeah? Right. Why do you want such a big hole down there? Because then you've got a river of juice underneath this piece of cotton. Remember I said that earlier? So that when you move your tank, that juice is going to touch the cotton. You're going to get wicking all the way through. Do you see why I was so excited about this tank, guys? All right? Some of you at the shop know about this tank. I can't stop talking about it. Right? Finally, it's here. Finally, it's here. Okay, so what do you do from there? From there, we juice it up. My favorite juice. By the way, guys, at the shop, we only promote local juices that are made with the correct grade of ingredients. Yeah? Why is that? Because there is no regulation at the moment. So rather than take a risk on vaping things that have not been approved and is not on the regulation list, we would rather make sure that whatever it is we're putting into our lungs are of the right grade so that we make sure we vape for life and not vape for just fun or danger, right? If some of you guys are worried about what's happened in the States, check out one of my later videos. I'll do a bit of a investigation on that and a talk as well. So we'll do another lowdown this time. We'll see what is actually happening over there and whether we should or shouldn't be worried. Let me tell you straight off, we shouldn't be worried. Okay, but let's cover that. So again, a little bit of cotton sticking out. I'm just going to take that off, which I've done, and move to the side. Okay, so we want to check to make sure that it's not going to give me a dry hit when I go to use it. How do we do that? You fire it. This time we'll go back up to somewhere closer to about 40, and we're looking for the red spots on or below the actual mesh coil. If there's red, we need to pack that space with a bit more cotton. Yeah, okay, so here we go. Fire and blow. No red. Cool, we're ready to go. So guys, you're gonna notice that I've done something, and I've done this quite on purpose. The tank has not left your eyes, or should I say the frame of this video, since I did the coiling. Okay, that was done on purpose. The coiling and then the wicking, all in the one take, because this is how good this tank is, and this is how confident I am. Before I go there, one last thing. Okay, do you ever come across a situation where you have locked your tank onto your mod way too tight and you can't remove it? Yeah? No? Well, at the shop, we see it all the time. Okay? And a lot of the time, that's because the whole tank's bottom is locked, vacuum sealed just about onto the whole top of the mod. This is what Damn Vape have done. Do you see that this centerpiece here, where the 510 pin is connected to, this is on a different measurement. It's actually protruding. Why is that, Alvin? Why do you think that's so good? Well, at the shop, when you lock your tank too tight on, I can't get it off. If we all can't get it off, those two are married for life. One doesn't work, the other one has to go. All right? With this, it ensures that whatever you do as far as locking your tank on, no matter how tight you go, only the 510 pin and that little bit of thing around it is locked on. Can you see? You see the white below? Right? So that no matter how hard you lock that on, it'll be a breeze to remove it, because only the 510 pin and that little bit there is sitting on the mod. Ingenious, right? Every single part of this tank has been thought of before they put it together. Damn, Vape! I love you guys. This is amazing. Okay, so the part that nobody's ever done before. Single shot. Yeah, some people have done that. But one shot from coiling to wicking and now to vaping. I don't think anybody's ever done that. Right? Because I used to watch all these reviews, and the one question that I had was, you sure you didn't cut in between that? When it comes to Alvin's Lowdown, there is no cheating. Okay? I'm not saying that anybody else does, but there will be no cheating here. Airflow, I want that all open. Firing, I want 3 volts. So let's have a look. Definitely not 90 watts. We are looking for voltage, which I believe will be around about 48 to 50. So V will only show when we fire. 0.16 the coil is reading. Voltage is reading at 2.8 plus. Let's go to 50. 2.85, 51, 2.9, somewhere there. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. 10-second firing. My finger is not going to leave this button until the mod times out at 10 seconds. Okay, I can't take a 10-second drag, guys. If you've got the lungs, please let me know. We'll get you on the show. We'll get you to do that. But what I'm going to do is I'll take a few drags, but my finger will not leave that fire button for 10 seconds. Here we go. Oh, yummy. Every single mouthful. Time out. 10 seconds. Yeah? Every single mouthful. Yummy, delicious, saturated, full of flavor. Let's go again. 51 watts. Nearly 3 volts. 10 seconds. Yum. time out. Two time, people, okay? 10-second press. So, when I say your cotton is perpetually wet, excuse me, sorry, let me just get rid of this vapor. When I say that your cotton is perpetually wet, guys, I mean your cotton is perpetually wet. Easiest tank I've ever seen and actually used to coil, and the most easy wick I have ever done. 100% of the time, I've never had a dry hit of this tank. Been using it for well over a month, and today onwards, you in Malaysia can decide to own this tank as well. All right. Now, I have informed you that I run a retail shop, guys. Damn Vape did not ask me to do a review on this tank. I went out and I insisted that I got this tank in. All right, my partner thought I was crazy at the time, but hey, I managed to get it in. We managed to get an exclusive deal, which means that at the moment, I'm the only one that's allowed to bring in this tank. There is a huge advantage for you because I managed to talk to Damn Vape, and this is what we're going to do, okay? The tank recommended retail, 130 ringgit Malaysia. That's pretty standard for any tank these days, right? But this one, if you use good quality juice, you're not going to need to maintain this much at all. What do I mean by that? If you go for juices that are made with the correct grade of ingredients, imported juices, good local juices like this one and many others that we carry at the shop, you're going to be able to use it in such a way that you only maintain it. Guys, I change cotton once every 2+ bottles. That's right. For me, I do a bottle a week. That's over 2.5 weeks before I even change the wick. Forget about the coil, I'm still using the first one. All right? Okay, so what are we doing? 130 ringgit for the tank, right? The Doom RTA, the one and only tank, in my opinion, that has been thought of from start to finish before they even put it together. You get your 2 pieces of cotton, 2 pieces of coils, your bag of spares, and your extra glass, right? This is what we